More and more we see people wanted to have a security system for their home, but they don't know where to start. And from our trip to ISC West, the biggest security trade show in the world, so in North America, Las Vegas, we realized there are some solutions out there, but you need to know about them. And this is what we're doing today. We're showcasing the D1 SolarCam kit from aosu, where you have 2 solar panel cameras and an HomeBase, so you're able to record everything on your cameras. Super simple to install, and this is the goal of the video. So we'll start from the beginning of the installation all the way to the end. So sticking up on this home right here, so they're able to monitor everything that's happening, and you will see that with this solution, nothing can be made easier. All right, let's get to it. So starting with what you have inside the kit of the SolarCam Classic D1. So starting with the cameras, you have 2 true wireless PTZ cameras. The reason we say true wireless is because they do Wi-Fi communication with the HomeBase using the antennas, and you have no cables to power them. And you have this seamless solar panel, and you only need 2 hours to have your battery fully charged, and from there, no need to recharge the battery ever. So this is what aosu claims. Same thing for the other camera. And talking about PTZ camera, it is a pan tilt zoom, meaning that your lens right here can move to 360-degree angle, up and down like this. And you have also auto tracking. So when a human comes in front of the camera, which is perfect for residential use, the camera will track the human, so following every movement, and you're able to really monitor the situation that you have. Now, since you don't have a cable, the installation again super easy, and then the camera will be connected to this HomeBase via Wi-Fi communication. So this HomeBase, you only need to connect it to your router using an Ethernet cable and a 12-volt power supply, and it will be ready to go. Everything is inside of the kit. So you have your power supply right here, and they even provide the Ethernet cable that you will use to connect the HomeBase, and of course some additional things. So we're talking about a little sticker you can use for 24/7 monitoring protected by aosu. And if it's your first time installation and you're kind of nervous, you even have this pattern right here. So you stick that on your wall, and then you follow the holes where you would put the screws, and then you do the installation. I will show you later on when we're doing the install, but the bracket for the camera is actually what you will install. You don't install the whole camera at once. So you start with the bracket, and then you clip the camera on it, and then it's done. So again, super easy to do. But the first step in the installation process will be to connect the HomeBase, because since it's Wi-Fi communication, so the camera will talk with the HomeBase via Wi-Fi, you need to test the signal. This is super important, because if you install the cameras in the backyard and then you connect the HomeBase, well, maybe you will have to unscrew the camera because the Wi-Fi network is not strong enough to communicate. So let's go with the setup using the mobile application. So we'll go inside for the next part. So first step is connecting your HomeBase to the power. So as soon as you see the green light right here, it means you are connected. Next, we'll be using the Ethernet cable, so the Cat5 you receive with the kit, and connecting it to your home router. That means that you have Ethernet inside of your HomeBase, and you're able to communicate with your cameras. Now that this is done, you need to go inside your App Store or Google Play to download the aosu app. So when you downloaded the aosu app, all you need to do is add devices. And then as you can see, it already recognized the HomeBase that you have at your place because you're in the same network. Here you click add. Then it will do the connection between the HomeBase and your router, so connecting it. And from there, it will also try to find the cameras. So what you will need to do from there is powering up your cameras so your HomeBase is able to talk with them. As you can see here, there is an onboarding process showing you what you need to do. So holding the powers on both cameras to 5 seconds.
Hello.
Now, as you can see, when you hear hello, it means your camera is connected. And you saw me also unplug the waterproof plug to do the power and close it really fast. This is because since it's a PTZ, you can see the cameras turning around and doing all the different presets, and you don't want the camera to be locked in its enclosure. So make sure you close it as soon as you hear hello, because your camera is powered up. Next, you click the next phase, and then you see that it's successful connection, so between your cameras and your HomeBase. So you're almost done from there. And now they propose to you a cloud storage as a redundancy, but using the HomeBase, you already have 32 gigs of storage included, and it has a loop playback. So that means that you have up to 2 months of recording inside of your HomeBase. You already have the views of your cameras right here, so you can see me, and you have also the HomeBase device right there. So what we're gonna do is click on HomeBase. We're gonna select one camera. And as you can see on the top, you have the setup that is incomplete, and you need to click to continue. So from there, you have to select the work type of your camera. So you have two options. So power saving mode that will record any events for a short period of time. So we're talking 20 seconds. And you also have intelligent detection mode. So this is recording an event for 60 seconds. This is what we'll choose in our case. And next is again about the onboarding. It's telling you how to properly install your camera. It recommends up to 2 meters or 3 meters high. The reason for this, it's to avoid different trees and have great sunlight, but it's also to be able to catch the face of the people, because if you install the camera too high, even though the lens can rotate, you will only see the top of their head. So you really want to be able to catch the face of someone coming in your backyard or even on your front door. Click on continue. And this is the important step. So we will bring the camera outside so you're able to see the signal strength, and it will determine if it's the right position to install your camera. So for the first camera, we'll install it in the backyard. As you can see, the Wi-Fi strong signal is good, so we will be able to install it. And next is the bracket. So this is what I explained before. So this is the piece you will install on your wall. So it's really small, it's not heavy, and you just need 3 screws to hold it up. Now that the camera is properly installed, the next step would be setting up the default view of your PTZ camera. And this is important because, again, since you have human tracking, it means that the lens is always moving. So as soon as there is detection of a human, it will follow them until they leave the field of view. So setting up the default view will mean that when it goes to one side, after a certain moment, it will come back to its default view, so protecting the main area that you want to be secured. So now you click on Start Set, and from there you have the default view appearing. So here we see that the shed, which is not the default view, so you can move your camera like a joystick, like so. And now you see the back head of Oleg, you see me, but this is the area we want to cover because there is 2 doors, and this is the entrance for people coming in the backyard. So on the default app, when you have your installed camera, the first thing you see on the bottom left of your screen is illumination. So when you click on this, it will open the lights of your camera. So this is really good at night, so it gives additional light to keep the colors on your camera. Next, you have the tone for the camera. So this is because your camera has two-way communication. That means that you can speak through the camera and you can hear people talking to the camera. So if some people are having a discussion near your camera, well, you will be able to hear them. So the first one that we have here, if I do a test, it actually changes the voice. The first one that I have here, if I do a test, it actually changes the voice. And you're able to communicate with people. Next would be the two-way talk. So this one, when you activate it, well, you can hear people talk next to the camera. The fourth option is the alarm. So when you click on alarm, it's a deterrence factor. So you will hear a siren noise. So that means that when there is a detection like so, you can activate an alarm to make sure that no one stays on your premise. If you go inside more, then you have the voice alert that you can calibrate, and you also have the tracking that is already on. So tracking is something we discussed earlier. So if I show you right now, that means that you see me on the camera and I'm moving to a side and the camera follows me automatically. So you don't have to do nothing and the camera always follow you. So if you have multiple cameras, this is something aosu does, well, the other camera will pick up on your movement. So there's never any blind spot if you have multiple aosu cameras installed. Now, if it's your first time using a PTZ camera, you can see in the middle of your screen some kind of joystick, so it says 360 degrees. So this is to move yourself the camera. So if I move to one side, it moves to one side. If I move up, it will move up. But now, since I'm on the tracking option, it always go back to me. But it's a good way to change the angle if, for example, you're not there and you just want to move your lens around to see what's happening either on your backyard or your driveway. Again, you have multiple options here, so you can even calibrate your camera. Now we're inside the live view, but you can go inside your event. In that case, we are in the local events, but if you have the cloud storage from aosu, you can also click on cloud to view the additional thing. So here you would see all the detection that happened today, and you're able to review them. So since we choose at the beginning to have the smart option, that means that any event recorded will be 60 seconds long. Again, alarm event, staying, passing, you have multiple options and you can navigate through your cameras by clicking right here. So now both our cameras are named PTZ SolarCam, but you can rename them to really fit what they are looking at. So this one would be named backyard and the other one we'll install could be named driveway. So as you can see, it's pretty easy, no wires, just the bracket, you clip on the camera and you're ready to go. So anywhere you want to install aosu cameras on your house, it's as simple as that. The main thing to remember is the connectivity with the Wi-Fi, so with the HomeBase, always test your signal. So now, if you didn't set up your default view before, what you can do is go inside the camera settings. So on the top right of your screen, you click here, and then you have default view, and then you can set it. Again, adjusting like a joystick your camera. So now we're gonna move it a little bit to the side, and just like so, we can save the position. Now that this is done, you can go back on your view. And you have multiple options on your screen, so you can change to Ultra HD as you can see here. If you click here, it will record also the camera, so it will create a clip without an event. You can also do a full screen, so like so making your view in horizontal on your mobile. So you can use again your thumb to move around on your camera. Now, if I go back by default, one nice thing about this camera is that you can click to generate a panorama view. So if I do this, what it will do is get this 180-degree angle of its view, and it will create some panels so on the screen via under your monitoring. So what this is used for is that you can click on the panorama that you have. So if I click here, for example, and the camera will move to that destination by itself. So it makes it easier than using the joystick to maneuver your camera. So it's just some presets you can use there. And again, going back inside the setting of your camera, so to the top right, you have multiple things you can do with your camera. So you can enable or disable the motion detection. You have also the auto alarm. So by default, this is disabled because again, as you heard the siren before, it can be quite disturbing. So it's better to set it up yourself. You have your notification settings. So as you can see on the top of my screen, I have multiple event detection. So this is something you can also adjust accordingly. You have for your night vision, you also have your cloud recording if you have access to this, the default view that we just set, and then some general settings, so talking about the video settings of your camera, the audio settings of your camera, battery management. So if I click on battery management, it tells me at the percentage the camera is. So we kind of charge it a little bit before, and now the sun is doing its job. You can also change the rec mode, so power saving or intelligent detection here. Next would be the scheduled sleep. So this is good if you don't want to consume too much battery. So during a certain period of time, you can have schedules so your camera wouldn't be recording. So it also saves storage space inside your HomeBase. So this is something you can do by yourself. You can also disable the LED status lights on your camera, and you have also some smart display access, so using Amazon Alexa or even Google Home. All the remaining information is more details about your camera, so if you're looking for a user manual or data sheet or some additional things, you only need to go to your settings and you have about your device, HomeBase information, you have some firmware update, so everything is there. Don't break your head, go inside your app, find your device, and this is where you would find all the information. And now on the top, it's here you would change the camera name. So for example, we have PTZ SolarCam. Now I will call it the Pipl System Security Camera. And this is how you would do it. So now inside of your device, so going back, you have the name on the top and you're able to really monitor the right area for you. If it's the first time on this channel, guys, this is what we do. We make solutions simple for you so you have an understanding of what you're buying before you get it. So it's a good way to understand the different solutions on the market, whether it's for residential purposes or even for your business. And if you like this video and you would be interested in buying such aosu products, look in the description below. We have an affiliate link and this supports us a ton. It makes us do even more video and even more different types of installation. You might have seen our install on a farm. So this was one of our big projects and it's all because of your support. Again, thank you guys. Remember to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.